Hi, my beautiful Sagittarius Patreons. This is Jessica from Good Vibrations, bringing your July 2023 energy reading. Sagittarius, I will be releasing this to the general public on my YouTube channel this month. I drop about quarterly some of my Patreon videos onto my YouTube channel. I haven't been really posting on YouTube, but hopefully I can start getting back into the rhythm. All right, let's see what we have going on in July for you. So what we're going to look at here today, Sagittarius, is we're going to look at the energy for July, and that is the Three of Cups, the Star, and the Three of Pentacles. Then we're going to look at your challenges. Your challenges can be an accumulation of different things. It could be career challenges. It could be, family challenges, acquaintance challenges, people at work, friendships, and it could even be you. That's the challenge, okay? Because we often don't know when we are in denial or self-sabotaging, and that in itself can create a block. And if you have a block, then that's a challenge, okay? But you don't know what you don't know. Denial is simply a lack of awareness within yourself. And then we're going to move into the positive, the good things that are coming in for you in the month of July, what you may be learning, gaining. We do have strength here, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Swords. And then we have the near future. What's going to happen in the near future? When's the near future? It's kind of hard to predict what the near future is in quantum fields, because, energy does not have time. But once you click off that video, it is in the future. So that means that this portion of the reading could become, could start showing up in your life as soon as you click off the video, or, it could be a day or 2 or 3 days, or it could actually be August, or it could be, 2 to 3 months, 6 months to a year. Okay. So only human minds want to, know like what's going to happen in the future, and that is a connection to the ego, and it's a lack of trust on the behalf of the individual. I don't trust that this is going to happen, so I need to know right now that it's going to happen to satisfy my mind, which is very governed by the ego. I want this now, or it can take you into a tailspin as well if it's not happening immediately. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our Three of Cups energy here and see where this all takes us, okay? With the Three of Cups here, I do see you celebrating, okay? So you may be socializing. You could be celebrating somebody's baby shower, weddings. Maybe you hear that somebody's going to get married, some type of announcement, because there's definitely something to be celebrating. You could be, socializing more with friends, family members. If you do hear of a marriage, I do feel that the wedding will be sometime in the fall season. But the Three of Cups is all about community, socializing, and collaboration. Collaboration is going to be really, really important for you in the month of July, because again, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is also about collaborating, working together, working as a community. Okay, so there's definitely some collaboration going on. When I say community, please note that your community could be anybody in your community. It could be your neighbors, church friends, your spiritual friends, your work group, you know, your children, because your children, family, you know, cousins, they're all part of your community. But, you know, so are other people. So it could be anybody. And then we have the star card, which I absolutely love. With a star card here, there is going to be a sense of renewal. So July brings you a sense of renewal. And I love this. By energetically shifting into a frequency, an energy of renewal, this, you know, really opens your, you know, faith and hope. Like you start really feeling hopeful, and your faith is like renewed, it's restored, and so is your hope, where maybe you had lost it, you know, between January and July of this year, because it's been quite a turbulent year, you know, since January. So you need this hope restored, renewed, because it shifts the way that you feel. It helps you, you know, step into celebrating something. Okay. And I love that. And also you may be learning more things. You may be, you know, doing extra training or trying to learn, going back to school, anything that's connected to your work. And it doesn't always have to be connected to your work. Maybe you're learning how to paint, and that's your connection to celebrating and community and coming together with other people, pottery, any of those things. It can be a creative avenue, it could be a professional avenue. It doesn't have to indicate that the higher learning that you're learning is connected to an educational institution such as universities and of that sort. Okay. You're just learning something. And I really feel that there is also spiritual learning, because the star is connected to spirituality. So there's something about you, you know, learning more about the spiritual realm as well. And maybe that's part of the community. So then in the challenge area, you have the Death card, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. With the Death card in reverse, sorry, that's not in reverse. With the Death card, you will experience an ending, okay? And this ending may be a challenge for you in some type of way. But with all endings, new beginnings come. And again, there is a renewal happening here. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, you may have trouble asking for help. That may be a challenge for you. And you may be experiencing some type of inner turmoil. And because you're experiencing this inner turmoil inside of you, maybe feeling a little bit of despair, you're not going to want to ask for help. And that's probably why you're going to experience feelings of despair and inner turmoil, because you're not asking for help. Okay. So really important, Sagittarius, that you swallow your pride and ask for help. That will help alleviate some of that turmoil that you may experience. With the Ten of Wands in reverse, your challenge is stress and letting go, releasing, okay? Maybe it's connected to this ending, letting go, releasing, and feeling burnt out. Feeling burnt out. So that is your challenge. Those are your challenges for the month of July. I want to look something up real quick with the Death card, the association to just be on the health aspect, okay? Just be mindful that the Death card is connected to your blood, okay? So, and because this is in the challenge area, I wanted to see, okay, what does this mean? All right, so we are going to move on to the positives. You have the Strength card, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Swords, okay? So you do have 10, well, you actually have 3 10s in here. So there is a lot of endings of cycles, okay, happening in your life in July. So with the Strength card here, this is connected to determination, courage, perseverance, persuasion, and influence. So I love this energy for you because these are all like positive energies that are going to be helping you through the month of July. Courage, you know, your determination is going to get you through a lot. You will continue to experience a heart chakra awakening and influence. You're going to be very influential. Okay, that's really important for you to remember that you are going to be very influential. So remember, you're a leader. So you want to make sure that whomever is looking up to you in your community, that, you know, that you're giving them something to be proud of, okay? And to really grasp, because there is definitely a lot of influence. You're going to be very influential to others. Okay, so then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse here. And with the Seven of Swords in reverse, we have you actually, like, in the past where you may have felt defensive, you are going to put down your swords now. You're not going to feel as defensive as you have in the past. Also, I love that this is in reverse because where in the past maybe people had been talking behind your back, like gossiping about you, that's not happening anymore. Also, you are no longer self-sabotaging yourself, okay? So I really like that energy for you this month, that you're going to be honest with yourself. You're going to be very courageous, and you are not going to self-sabotage or self-deceive yourself in July. So it's like you're really starting to see things clearly. Again, that connection to your, you know, spirituality. It's like energetically on the quantum level, that hope has been restored, faith has been restored. So in areas of your life where in the past you may have been deceiving yourself and even self-sabotaging, that's no longer going to happen because there's a healing happening here. Okay, now it doesn't mean that's not going to happen again in the future. It just means in July, you know, the gain, the positive energy is that you've cleared up a lot of this energy, which is amazing energy for you to clear up. You're also not going to be as defensive with others, okay? So it's like you're letting your guard down a little, but it's not letting it down. It's that you understand how to navigate how you're feeling, your emotions, more because of the work that you've been doing to date, that you no longer get as triggered or defensive when something arises that triggers you, okay? So I think that that's really, really beautiful, beautiful energy for you. And you also may be coming clean about something. Maybe you're going to get honest about something, okay? Maybe you're going to tell the truth, and that's going to take a lot of courage for you to tell the truth, okay? About something that maybe you haven't wanted to expose or share with anyone, but that's going to shift because you're going to have the courage to come clean about something. Then we also have the Ten of Swords, okay? The Ten of Swords energy here is, you know, the Ten of Swords always looks kind of creepy, but really you are experiencing a recovery of some type, okay? And this recovery is also going to lead to a lot of rejuvenation. Okay, so like I said, there's definitely a healing that is happening here. And then as we move into the future with the Sun in reverse, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and then what else do we have? We have the Five of Wands. So this is in the near future. With the 10, with the Sun in reverse is interesting energy. You could find yourself being over optimistic, which I don't see how that's a bad thing, but you could find yourself feeling really good, really over optimistic. Also, there's this connection to your inner child, and maybe that connection to your inner child is what's creating this over optimistic energy that's going to be surrounding you. It's like you really step into your inner child and you absorb that energy and use it to stay optimistic. The only warning here is don't be naive, okay? Because you're tapping into that inner child, and children are innocent, playful, and fun, and they can be naive. You know, like if a stranger goes up to them and, you know, offers them a piece of candy, they are prone to accept that piece of candy, you know, because they're naive of the, you know, they're naive. They don't have that awareness. So be mindful of that energy for sure. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I do feel like your family, there's going to be something with your family that's going to be very important. Now there's things here about inheritance, okay? But there's also, so there may be like some type of, you know, family inheritance, home, but this is also connected to legacy, okay? And I feel like part of your legacy is that you are going to leave an imprint, a footprint in the collective energy for yourself, for your DNA, for your ancestors, and for your future descendants of your lineage. You know, you're going to leave a legacy for them. And part of that legacy will include, you know, she was so overly, you know, optimistic. He was overly optimistic, okay? Whatever it is, you're going to be known for your positivity, like for your happiness and the joy that you shared with your family, okay? So that's going to leave an imprint and a legacy. But not only is it going to leave an imprint in their DNA as those future descendants are being born, and you are helping shift a generational pattern for 14 generations. 14 generations, okay? That's what you're helping shift. But then you also shift the new generations that will be coming in. So if you think your life purpose isn't important because you're not getting paid to do that, you're wrong. Your life purpose may not look like your ego thinks it should look. Like your ego can often want that perfect timing of everything and wants to know when, okay? Yeah, but the physical mind's really not designed to tell us how things happen, why they happen. It's only designed to perceive how things happened, okay? So you may not even realize the importance of your life purpose. It just doesn't look like what you expect it to look like, but you're making a big difference and you're leaving a footprint, okay? With the Five of Wands here, this does tell me that there is going to be some type of conflict here in the future with, you know, some people. There could be tension, definitely some competition, okay? I mean, obviously, if you're going to have the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles here, there's going to be a little bit of competition, okay? And at some point, this Seven of Swords was upright. But the energy has shifted. However, in the future, somebody may come back and cause conflict. Now, with the Five of Wands here, it can just be petty conflict, and now the Five of Wands is next to the Ten of Wands. So this conflict could be connected to an inheritance. It could be connected to something relating to your family because it is right next to your Ten of Pentacles. So there could be a conflict with something that's going on with your family support system. It's quite petty, but it also, with the Sun in reverse, brings you a little bit of sadness, okay? You know, at some point, it's like something that's going on in your family units, whether it's, you know, your children, your grandma, your grandpa, you know, your mother, your father, your sister, your aunt, your cousin. There is something, you know, that happens with your family. And it, with the, and it's almost like a harsh reality too for you. Like it just, I don't know, it's like it's really hard for you to understand why they're behaving this way, and it's connected to that naiveness, okay? Like you just didn't see it coming, that they would be so petty, that these arguments would just be, you know, arising over whatever the situation is. And that is going to obviously at some point create some defensive energy on your end, okay? But I think overall, you know, that can get resolved at some point or another, you know. Hopefully your August reading might, you know, highlight a little bit of, you know, what's coming in this portion. So that you can be prepared for it. So let me see what I see. We have a lot of completions, okay, happening in July, because we have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. You also may be seeing the number 1010 a lot. You're still moving on the right path because you have 7, 8, 9. Okay, and 10. So you have 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that is an ascending number. It's like 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Those are ascending numbers. So it means that you are on the right path. However, you know, it can also mean that you are on the right path, but you're making things much harder on yourself than they need to be. That there's actually a direct approach, a direct avenue for you to get there, but you're taking the long route to go through this experience, okay? And it can be due to a lot of stubbornness or denial because you just don't know, okay? So, but the universe is saying that you're still moving in the right direction. You may have to release some things, and obviously there's endings happening. You may need to streamline when it comes to like your home. And you also need to do something that you're having a hard time already doing in your challenge area. Ask for help, okay? So that's part of the ascending. Maybe if you do have a difficult time asking for help, this is part of your training here, because that is a shadow. That's your ego telling you, you know, that you shouldn't ask for help for whatever reason, that your mind is giving you. I know that my Patreon members trust that I've shuffled and done everything properly, but I know some people on YouTube viewers are not always that gracious in their some people want to have the cards shuffled in front under the camera. So I'm going to do a little bit, but I do enjoy having the layout because if not, my videos can get so long between the shuffling and the talking, and I'm trying to really, you know, maintain, you know, 30 minutes or less. All right, 13. I love this for you, Sagittarius, for many reasons, okay? I had shuffled this deck before I decided that I put it under the camera, and this card came out, and I put it back in the deck so that I could show the YouTube viewers that I'm actually shuffling the cards. And you got the same card, so there is no coincidence. You have the number 13, get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take your power. So take back your power. I apologize for that little hit or miss. And I mean, I really love this card because here, you know, in our society, you know, and this is an elder woman, okay? And you may have a connection with an elder woman, okay? But this elder here, she has gained so much wisdom through the aging process. This is why, you know, us humans go through these stages that we go through, because the older we get, the more wisdom we gain. Now, is that true for everyone? No, absolutely not. But for the most part, we still get a lot of, you know, experience. And through that experience, there's a lot of wisdom that comes through. And I really feel like there's a lot of wisdom being like downloaded through, you know, maybe possibly ear ringing. And you don't need to know what it means. You just need to know that obviously, you know, if you think it's too bad, you may need to go to the doctor because it's connected to tendinitis. But when you're going through ascension symptoms, it's very difficult to figure out, okay, is it tendinitis or am I receiving a download? Okay, so just be mindful of that. But that information is being downloaded through your DNA and throughout all of your cells, okay? And whatever cellular memory has been sleeping, you know, your innate information, your Akash records, these downloads are opening up, you know, opening that information up more and more for you so that you can tap into it here in the physical realm, okay? And maybe that's part of the connection of that higher learning, you know, learning more. And by getting your power back, you know, with the number 13, that is a number of spiraling upward. Okay, but then it rounds down to a number 4. This brings you a lot of foundation. Okay, this is very fundamental. It literally grounds you. It's very, very grounding energy. And, you know, your solar plexus are connected to your lower chakras, and the masculine energy is solar, sacral, and root chakra. All right. So, and masculine energy is grounding. All right, words of abundance. This is really important. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. And that's really, really important. See, people don't understand that if the economy, the economic situation is affecting you and you are always talking negative about it and talking negative about why you perceive it's happening, because remember, it's all a perception. We do not know the full truth because we are not there. We're not in those offices. We do not know what's happening with the political system, okay? That often revolves around the economic system. Okay, we have no idea, but we make our own judgments, our own perceptions of what's happening, and then we start judging, and often the words that are spoken about our economy and our own economic situation can turn into a negative. What you individually do affects everyone, not just you. It affects the DNA of your children, your ancestors, your, descendants that are going to be coming in. Okay? It's a lot of pressure, but it's true. For many light workers, we have a huge, huge, huge responsibility of shifting, how we think, how we perceive, because when we shift how we think, our perception changes. If you don't give the economic situation any energy, then it's easier for you to manifest. And let me tell you, Sagittarius, you know how to manifest. You're governed by Jupiter, and everything is expansive about you, Sagittarius. So if anyone got this, you do. You can make it rain money. You go after what you want when you want it. Whether it's money, a relationship. What do you need to surrender? Surrender fear. Let go of fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment and focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. That celebration is there. Also, with that number 33 showing up, let me tell you what 33 means. All right, your voice and vision can elevate others in the most powerful, profound ways. Listen to your heart and share your unique gifts with others. You will have a positive impact on others, but your expression must be heartfelt and authentically yours. So let go of any self-doubt or self-consciousness. You have much to share, express, and teach. So lead by example and make it safe for others to do the same. I think that was what I was trying to say a long time ago, that you need to lead by example. Okay, so let's get some affirmations for the month of July. And it is, if you want to say the affirmations, because you absolutely do not have to choose to do so, if you choose to say the affirmations, I would say them the whole month of July, and I would say them right before you go to sleep, 1 minute each, okay? And then right before you wake up. Why? Because that is when you are in your most hypnotic theta state, okay? It's very close to being in hypnosis. I am a masterful co-creator. I am a masterful co-creator. I am a masterful co-creator. I like that. And you are definitely a masterful co-creator. Sorry, too many cards came out on that one. My midheaven is in Sagittarius. So that's where I'm heaven. I'm sorry, not my midheaven, my north node. I think my midheaven is also in Sagittarius. But my north node is in Sagittarius, and that's where I'm heading. And then we have, I am connected, I am connected, I am connected, I am connected. I do feel like you are going to, if you haven't felt connected to, your community, you are going to start to connect with your community, because there's a renewal here. There's a renewal and maybe coming out more because the summertime's coming. So who knows, more barbecues, baby showers, weddings, get-togethers, you know, family trips. So there's a lot of different areas where you could be reconnecting to your family members and people from the past, okay? You know, reconciliations happening, even going to, like, you know, high school reunions and things like that. All right, guys. So for my Patreons, thank you so much for your continuous support and loyalty as a Patreon member. For those of you watching me on YouTube, thank you so much for viewing this video. Would love for you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and please take the time to read my description box to find out what other services I offer outside of readings. And namaste. The light in me recognizes the light in you. Please be nice to my friend. Who's my friend? You are.